so it's dim sum time again, and today I am making a vegan Shu Mai recipe for you guys. Now I have to admit, this recipe was a little bit difficult only because Shu Mai's filling is really just ground up pork and ground up shrimp. But I think I found a way around that, and I think that you guys will really enjoy it. So it has all of the traditional seasonings and the traditional flavors. Anyways, I can't wait to see what you guys think, so let's head over to the kitchen and then let's start cooking. Okay, so because this recipe is mainly pork and shrimp, we'll start off with the shrimp first. So I have 6 to 7 pieces of vegan shrimp, and I will put a link down below so that you guys can find these. And I put it up into a grinder so that it's all nice and small pieces. So I put that aside. Now we're gonna work on the dry mix. So this is gonna be kind of the pork portion. So what I have is a magical recipe actually. Half a cup of gluten, a 1/4 cup of potato starch. And the potato starch is really meant to kind of cut the wheat gluten so that you have a softer feel. So right now I'm putting in the rest of the kind of the flavoring ingredients. The recipe is gonna be down below, but one of these is gonna be this vegan pork powder that I found at the grocery store. Now some of you guys might not be able to find it. I'll try to put a link down below to that, but this stuff is really good. If you don't have it, I'd say substitute for a bouillon cube instead. So you just wanna mix that all around. There's sugar, there's garlic powder, there's white pepper. Again, recipe is gonna be down below. So that is gonna be your dry mix. So now we're gonna work on our wet mixture. A 1/4 cup of water with a 1/4 cup of non-flavored oil, and then 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. And what this oil is going to do is really to disrupt the gluten formation so that you guys can get like nice tender pieces of Shu Mai instead of, you know, a nice big hard clump. So same thing, that's why we added the potato starch, and then this is why we're adding the oil. So if you can see what I'm doing now, I put the shrimp pieces in and I make sure that everything is coated before I add the wet liquids, because as soon as gluten touches liquid or wet ingredients, that's when it starts to really develop and form and get nice and tough. So you can see that I'm actually just folding it a couple times up until all of the ingredients are mixed together, and then I'm gonna leave this guy to rest for 30 minutes before I fill anything. I want the Shu Mai to be actually really nice and tender pieces and not kind of hard clumps of gluten dough, okay? So you can see I have actually square wonton wrappers. I think that they're prettier that way, and then I have about a 2 tablespoon scoop that I'm just gonna scoop in. And then traditionally how they do it is they take a butter knife and then they kind of squish all of the meat into the wonton wrapper. I know some people that kind of like try to fold the edges a little bit, but I kind of more or less think that if you just scrunch it together and then you use the knife to kind of squish it down, it already looks like a really nice Shu Mai. Like it's very authentic looking and it's not too much fuss there. One thing that you guys might notice is that it's a lot harder to squish down gluten than it is pureed meat, but just kind of try your best. It's going to be about 2 tablespoons. And then to top it off, instead of fish eggs or shrimp eggs, which is what is traditionally used, we're going to use really tiny pieces of carrot. These guys look super cute and they are ready to go. So I put it on a piece of parchment paper with some holes cut into it so that the steam can come up and rise up and really cook these guys. So I actually put pieces of string around a couple of these because I know that gluten has a tendency to expand, but it was actually fine when I checked it afterwards. So you can see that the steamer is going medium-high heat, so pretty strong heat right away, and then you're just gonna put a lid on it and steam these guys just for 15 minutes, and then afterwards they will be all done and nice and good. So these Shu Mai are right off of this steamer, and they turned out so well. Remember to remove the string off of that first. I really think that you guys are gonna love this recipe because the pork turned out so well because we put in the oil and the potato starch. It didn't turn out like a normal wheat gluten seitan that's rubbery and that's hard, but it is the perfect texture and the perfect consistency, and the flavor is definitely on point. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this vegan dim sum recipe. As usual, if you want to see more recipes like this, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!